On today's episode, we're answering the question, no, we're not, because I'm on the wrong damn outline.
So amplification when it comes to visibility is quite easy to do. It's very difficult to do it effectively. So where we get visibility and kind of amplification wrong is we do like one social media post talking to one person rather than demonstrating expertise and showing people what you can do. It's great for me to say that I'm from the Visibility Lab and I can help you get visibility. It's even better if I'm like, this is how I did it for myself and this is how I'm going to do it. So it's that one person, that one time. It is that repetitive behavior and then demonstrating your expertise. Tell us again just who you are. Tell us what problem you solve. Tell us who your ideal client is. Show us results of that. That's real amplification of your problem solving in a very simple way. And that can look like social media posts, Facebook Live videos, doing a podcast, blogging. All of these are some of expertise. We do multiple things to get your voice heard where your ideal client already is.
Okay, so I have questions.
Of course. That's why I'm here.
I was going to say, it's kind of the point of this whole thing, but if I'm demonstrating my expertise, let's pretend on Instagram.
Great.
But I only have maybe a couple hundred followers and my follower count isn't really growing and I'm not, is that really visibility if I'm not, how do I, and I know this isn't like a social media strategy conversation. So I'm not like, how do I grow my followers? But how do I then look at that as amplifying my visibility if I'm just still reaching a very small number of people?
Yeah, it's a great question. This is one of the reasons that we do so many things. It's not just about Instagram. So the question you need to be asking is really simple. Why are you using Instagram? And most people say, because everyone told me to do it when I started my business. Everyone was like, be on Instagram. We come back to a very fundamental level. First of all, 300 people, let's say that's what's following you. That's a lot of people. It's not a heap on Instagram, but if 300 people had eyes on your business every day or walked in your front door right now, that's a lot. Like that's 300 people that have access to buying your stuff right now.
So it's more about the quality versus the quantity, obviously.
100%. So that's a lot of people. The question is, are they your ideal client? And are they going to buy what product you are selling?
Yes. That's the big opportunity.
Yeah. So the question is, what problem do you solve? And who do you solve that problem for? That's kind of the first part of the question. The second part is, where is your ideal client spending time? And so in this case, you want it to be Instagram, but is it Instagram? Maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's LinkedIn, maybe they're not really on the social media platforms. Maybe they've been enveloped like the rest of us into TikTok. And that's okay, but we need to know, like, where is our ideal client spending time is what we refer to as attention economy. Flicking through the phone is attention economy. Totally. And where are they already spending money? So if they're parting money right now and they're one of the shoppers on Instagram and like they see the thing and they have to get it, or they're on Etsy, or they are already working with another coach, so you can collaborate with them. Where are they spending time? Where are they spending money? So it's almost irrelevant how many people have eyes on you. It's way more relevant about where those eyes are and if those are the right eyes. So we come back to basics because people go, oh, we need to build my following. Do you? Okay. Or do we need to fine tune where we're trying to have these conversations?
And I am totally 100% on that train and I love it because it allows me to forget about a couple platforms that don't work for me.
Yeah.
So let's pretend that my ideal client is on Instagram and I'm on Instagram and they're proven to find and buy off of Instagram, either with competitors, collaborators, other people, right?
Yeah. We know that's where they are.
We know that's where they are. So now what? Now, how do I grow that visibility? I'm trying to get basically to the point where I feel like when we're trying to start to put ourselves out there, and speaking on behalf of the listeners and what have you, it can feel really daunting to start from what feels like zero. So how do we move forward with that?
I love this because it's something I say all the time. Everyone starts from zero. And we have to be so mindful of that. Like, I'm starting from zero. We all do. There was a time where you guys planned a podcast. You had a conversation about maybe we should do a podcast. This didn't exist a while ago. This is amazing. We all start with 0 followers. Everyone, Sheryl Sandberg, Gary Vee, all of these people, they start with 0.
Yes, I love that. I talk about that in list building because clients are like, but why would one of these people want to, why should I do this or why should I do that? Well, everybody starts at the same spot. They're just a little bit further down on their journey. That's how I usually explain it. They're just a couple steps ahead.
Yeah. And it's really, really, like, we have to get really clear on that, because when people start talking about visibility, they're like, but you've done so many interviews. Yeah, because I started doing interviews 5 years ago, and Time Magazine didn't call first. New York Journal, that was great, but that wasn't in the first 2 years. We have to be really clear on like where we're starting. So the first thing that I urge everyone to do, the first thing is, across every platform, you need to cultivate and be authentically who you are and build your personal brand. So if you were to see someone like, we'll use Tony Robbins as an example, and I'm not going to go down too many rabbit holes on that, but if you saw him in a full tuxedo on stage, is that in line with who he is? Absolutely not. He is not that person. He is, he's super fit. We think of him as being motivational, that he's time driven, that he's goal focused. We think of these things because that's his brand. We also think of him in like, I think he wears like slacks and t-shirts. He isn't a big kind of like big suit guy. Gary Vee, same thing. You saw him in a suit, you'd be confused by that. Brene Brown talks openly in her book Into the Wilderness that on her first, one of her first gigs that she ever did on authenticity, she put on a business suit and was like, this is ridiculous. Went and got changed and put her cowgirl boots back on. She's like, I'm not living like this. I'm not living how you want me to live. She swears on stage for a reason that's authentically her brand. When we are truly who we are and sitting in that and presenting as that person, it's a lot easier to get clients. They see that it's the real you. And also, you're bringing in the right people at that point. You're having conversations with things you truly believe. And when we're out of alignment with that, people can see that really clearly.
Thanks for sharing that, because there's an important message in there that I don't think everybody understands, that authenticity and things like that. I can definitely relate to having left like a corporate job, wearing pantyhose every day. Don't mind me, but I actually did. I was like that.
You deserve a medal, honestly. Any women out there that are doing that.
Oh, and trust me, it was pantyhose and Spanx every day.
And like, we considered this normal for a very long time.
And now I'm lucky. I'm like, I mean, I look presentable from the waist up right now, but trust me, there's a party going on down below. Like there's like, just there's some track pants, and I was painting earlier, so there's like a swatch of paint on them. And
it would be weird if there wasn't. This is the comment, like this is who you are, and it like what I'm wearing is almost irrelevant. It shouldn't be distracting. Don't get me wrong. If I turned up in a clown suit, we've got a bigger conversation, right?
Yeah.
But right now, for those who are listening to audio, I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. It's summer here in Australia. It's very early. It's been hot overnight. What I'm saying doesn't have any less or more value.
Correct.
Because of the things that I'm wearing.
Correct.
I'm turning up as me. If you saw me on any other platform, and the same with you guys, who I've had a chance to connect with a couple of times and see some of your videos as well, we are authentically who we are. That's almost the magic draw card. We shouldn't be changing that.
Total blooper reel. Did it all come falling down?